Welcome to the Dental Marketing Podcast, a podcast that helps dentists win in the online world of modern-day marketing. Each week, we cover the most cutting-edge marketing tactics and strategies that are working right now across our client base to drive leads, phone calls, and more new patients for dentists. Now, here's your host and founder of Kickstart Dental Marketing, Chris Pistorius.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the No BS Dental Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Pistorius, and on this show, we talk about straight to the point, no BS, tactics, tricks, and strategies to help you grow your dental practice. Now, there's no fluff here, just great information that you can start using today to increase your bottom line. So if you're a dental practice owner, a manager, front desk professional, or really whatever, be sure to click the subscribe button on this page so that you can keep up with all of the latest tips and tricks. So today I want to talk about something that most dental practices kind of ignore or maybe don't even realize that's important in terms of marketing. And that's the power of branding, authority, and credibility. Now, a lot in the past, branding marketing type campaigns have been for the Coca-Colas of the world, Chevy, Ford, major Fortune 500 corporations who have pretty much unlimited budgets to be able to just do branding. And what I mean by branding is, no direct call to action, just to get your name out there and, just to float it out there so people can continually see your name and logo over and over again. Typically, these are in the forms of like billboards, anything display, like print wise, can be considered branding opportunities as well. And like I said, most of the times these have always been known to be used by big major corporations with big budgets. Well, that's not the case anymore. And when we run marketing campaigns for dentists and with Kickstart Dental Marketing, we do a lot of this kind of credibility and authority and some branding play, because not only can it be done cost effectively, but it can also gain big rewards and results when it comes to driving new patients into the door. So today I'm going to concentrate on those subjects, and I'm going to give you some real world tips and advice and things that we do here in our agency to do this for our clients so that you can do it on your own, or at least start thinking about, compiling a strategy for that. So a few reasons why I think it's important to do this kind of credibility, building credibility and authority. And let me separate that for a second. When I talk about building authority and credibility, what I mean is I want you to be, if you're an implant dentist, I want you to be the go-to source and the expert for dental implants in your market. Okay, whether it's Tuscaloosa or it's Farina, Illinois, whatever it may be. The real goal here is for you to be the overall authority and credibility so that after you do this for a while, people think of dental implants. And if you've done your credibility and authority campaign well enough, they're going to think of you first. That's really the goal here. And the reason you do this is there's a sincere competitive advantage here. So what that means is that when we take on clients, we're always looking for kind of that, what we call a USP or a unique selling proposition. What makes you different from all the other dentists in your market? Why should somebody drive past 10 different dentists to get to your office, right? And this can be a big part of it because there aren't a lot of other dental practices doing the things and using the strategies that I'm about ready to talk about. And so when you can start doing things that your competitors aren't doing, that makes you stick out and you're a little bit different, right? And that's really what marketing's all about. Marketing's all about getting somebody to know you, like you, and trust you. That's really kind of the bottom line. And building credibility and authority about general dentistry or implants or whatever you may be really gives you that competitive advantage. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. It gives you also, when you do this correctly, it gives you some pretty clear competitive advantage in terms of SEO. And if you're not familiar with SEO, it stands for search engine optimization. And it's basically just it's a marketing tactic on how to get your website to rank highly on Google in the organic section, the non-paid section. And there's a lot of things that go into a good SEO campaign, things that you do on your website, things that you do off of your website. But when you're doing credibility and authority building and branding, there are some things that natively spin off of that that will help you with SEO. For instance, one of the strategies we like to employ, and we'll talk about in just a minute, is content. Content is king. And you've probably, if you watch this or listen to this podcast a lot, you probably have heard me say that a few hundred times, but content is king in this world of marketing we live in now. And there's been some changes at Google over the last just few weeks that's really even made that more important. And we can talk about that in another episode. But content is king. And when you're doing authority and credibility marketing, you're going to be building a lot of content. Okay. And don't think of it like you got to sit down with a pen and write out all this content. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you some specific strategies that you should start using tomorrow or today that will help you create this content and then get it published in the right places. So another thing is that goes, I think, into building authority and credibility is social proof. And, you know, for the past several years, everybody's talked about getting more reviews from your patients online, Google, Yelp, all these other places, right? And that is important. It still is today. And you should continue to do that. However, we're living in this world now where everybody knows it's important to get reviews, and everybody has reviews. If you go do a search for a dentist in your market, you're very likely to see many practices with several hundred reviews now over the years, because technology's made it easier now, right? You've probably got software now that will automatically send a review request to your patients, you know, if they've been there for that day. So technology has come a long way in helping to get these reviews onto websites and to make that process easier. However, one thing that we try to stress is, yeah, we help our patients, we help our clients with those text-based reviews as well. But what we're seeing has way more power than those are actual video testimonials from patients. And the barrier for video testimonials has always kind of been, well, I got to have, you know, my patient come in. I got to have a film crew come in, maybe. You know, I don't exactly know how to do it. It's going to be a lot of money, and I just don't have time to deal with it. Well, we've come up with a way, and I'm gonna give you a little bit more details of this in a second, a way that you can just simply send somebody a link, a text message, essentially. And when they click the link, essentially, a video will pop up from you, and it'll say, thanks for your visit today. If you don't mind, it would really help me out if you could answer these 4 questions for me and send them back to me. And so when they go through the process, they actually record the answers to the questions that you're going to give them on their cell phone camera. And at the end, they just simply they check mark a box that, yeah, this is all HIPAA cool, and you can use this in your marketing campaigns. Then they hit submit, and basically their responses come to us as an agency, and we edit the video, put the nice background music, and, you know, put their name on it, and we turn it into a video testimonial, essentially. And it just takes a few minutes for the patient to do. It's really straightforward and basic, and they just hit submit in the convenience of their own home. Now, you won't get as many of these as you will review on Google or Yelp or wherever it may be, because, you know, it is a little bit more work because they have to actually be on camera. Some people don't like that. But we give them the choice to leave audio reviews as well, so they don't even have to use the video portion. But that's not really the point. Even if you got 1 or 2 of these a month, right, that starts to add up. And over a few months, you've got 10, 12, 20 video testimonials from your patients. And there's more than one marketing study out there that shows that the power of a good video testimonial from a patient is umpteen times more powerful than just a regular text-based review. So we built this technology out to allow our clients to be able to get more of those video testimonials, because they're already doing a pretty good job with getting text-based reviews on Google and Yelp and whatever. This just supplements that. It kind of puts it on steroids. And so what we do is once we have some of these videos, we can really leverage them for credibility and authority, right? Because then we can take them, we can share them on social media, right? We do some Facebook advertising and boost those videos to people within the community that are kind of within their demographics. We build out a special section on their website that's video testimonials, and we place all of those there. We put these video reviews on YouTube and multiple places online where it can be found. There's a lot of ways to leverage it. We can take snippets of those videos, like a little 15-second snippet of somebody saying really nice things about you, and use that in an advertisement on YouTube or on TikTok or on Facebook, things like that. So kind of circling back to that content is king, these video testimonials will create tons of great content for you that we can leverage in a lot of different ways. And it makes you stick out because, yeah, there's other dentists that have video testimonials, right? But there aren't very many if you look around. And even though they have video testimonials, they don't necessarily leverage them the right way. They just put them on their website and call it good. But there's a lot of different strategies and different plays that you can make when you do this the right way. How we do that is we've got some software that we use internally. There are other companies out there that will allow you to do this. You may want to take a look at a company called Video Ask, VIDEOASK. They've got a pretty good platform for it. You will have to build it out and kind of customize it. But that's a similar solution to what we've built. That allows that to happen. So, and then we also do some automated marketing connected to it. So it'll automatically send that out. So somebody doesn't have to manually send each one out. Right. So we typically get a list of every month of, maybe 10 or 20 patients that are like friendlies, right? That is going to, bend over backwards to help you out. And that's typically who we send those to. So very powerful strategy. Again, not many people doing it. They exist out there, video testimonials, but not quite like this. So definitely would recommend that as part of your authority, credibility, social proof type marketing package. Now, the next thing is might get some strange views here, but we really encourage our clients to get into podcasting. Basically what I'm doing right now. And I've been doing it for quite a while. And it's really helped my business, honestly, because it is an authoritative type play. It builds credibility, right? People see me and they hear me talking about specific things within marketing that I know a lot about. And it makes them typically feel more comfortable about hiring my agency versus maybe somebody else, right? So it's the same thing holds true for dentists, right? We do what's called a podcast in a box. So somebody signs up with us. One of the things that we really want them to do is podcasting, and we make it easy for them. We send them a box. It's got a nice camera in it. It's got a nice microphone in it. And it's got detailed instructions on how to do the podcast, some topic ideas, things like that. Okay. We send that out to them and we have them once a month. And some clients do it more often than this, but once a month at least do a podcast on a particular topic, right? It might be, if they're an big Invisalign provider, they're talking something about Invisalign. I mean, there's 10 podcasts you could talk about just different things with Invisalign, right? But doesn't have to be just about their services. It can be things like, behind the scenes here at ABC Dental, right? And it's also, we have some clients that'll interview other employees or interview vendors, right? So maybe you get a vendor like from Invisalign, right? Somebody from the company actually doing an interview with you, and you ask them questions about Invisalign and things. There's 1,000 different topics, really. That's not necessarily the point, but what happens is that they shoot this podcast, they send us the files. So it's typically a video file and an audio file. We make it real easy. We detail exactly. You don't have to be a techie person to do this at all. Once you do it once or twice, That's usually about you become an expert almost. And they send us, our team, the files, and we produce it for them. So that's where kind of the magic happens, because we've got some video editors that will actually, you know, like mine, they've got like an intro and an outro and a, you know, a logo like the one you see here. We create all of that stuff for them, and then we actually take the finished podcast and we put it out onto Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube and all over the place. But again, guess what we're creating here? Awesome content. Content is king, right? So we're having our clients produce this really expert type advice to potential new patients. And it's got so many benefits. So the things that we just talked about, we're creating tons of content that we can take snippets and clips of and create ads with. We do create kind of a podcast page on our client's website where we list all of our podcasts by title so people can go back and review those. It's just incredible authority and credibility, because people go to your website, let's imagine, right? Okay. And they see all these video, you know, testimonials there. That's great. Real people talking about their experience with you. They see now podcasts where you're actually talking about a potential service that they need, and they're actually watching the doctor or somebody that they're actually going to interact with. And that's impressive, right? Because, you know, obviously, if they've gone to these lengths, they know what they're talking about with Invisalign or implants or whatever it may be. So really big authority and credibility play here. Just tons of good things that can happen out of this. Podcasting will also help SEO results, because as we publish those podcasts out, they create backlinks to your website. So you're getting backlinks from, you know, very high-end type podcasting websites, and that's going to help. A backlink is a link from another website to your website, and it's still a big ranking factor in the eyes of Google, like how authoritative the links are coming from to your website. And, you know, people will share these podcasts. They'll download these podcasts. It'll get a lot of traffic to your website, which is another ranking factor with SEO. So a lot of good stuff happens from this, right? And you may think, and I got to be honest with you, I did too in the beginning, you may think, who in the heck is going to listen to a podcast from a dentist, right? Well, you would be shocked, because we track this and we can track how many people have actually downloaded the episodes or seen the episodes, whatever it may be. And you'd be shocked by how many people actually pay attention to this stuff. So they do like it. So not only is it, you know, credibility and authority, it's people are actually getting good information from you about services that they're probably going to buy at some point. So just a lot of good stuff here.
Are you looking to grow your practice but are a little unclear on what the best way is? Let us help you out. We have over 13 years of experience in helping practices just like yours increase new patient growth. Just go to kickstartdental.com and sign up for a free strategy session where we will give you some great insights on how to take your practice to the next level.
The next thing that we like to mix into our authority, credibility type campaigns are Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and TikTok ads. Okay. And we like to use the video portion of all three of those. And we've already touched on this a little bit. We're taking all of this content that you're producing with video, testimonials, podcasting episodes, and we're basically putting them into clips and ads. Okay. So we use the video portion of the ads in all three platforms. What I like about especially Facebook and Instagram ads is that, and if you've tried Facebook ads and Instagram ads and before, and you might have the opinion that they're not good or they cause not very good quality leads, you're probably right. But if you're expecting good quality leads from Facebook ads and Instagram ads, then you've probably been misled. Because when you think about Facebook and Instagram, when you run an ad on those platforms, it's really called what I consider disruptive advertising, because you're actually distracting someone. When they go to Facebook or Instagram, they're not looking for a dentist. 99% of the time, they are not looking for a dentist when they log into Facebook and Instagram, right? What they're doing is they're trying to catch up with friends or see what their friends are up to or bragging on their kids or whatever it may be, right? It's disruptive because the ads that show up there are, nobody's buying anything off of Facebook typically. Okay. So it's just kind of distractive advertising. And so when you do that, a lot of dental practices make the mistake of putting on there like, hey, $49 free cleaning and exam, or free consultation, or trying to sell them something. Well, look, they're on Facebook. They're not wanting to buy anything. They're not looking for a dentist. And you're trying to force not only your message on them, but you're also trying to force them to take action on an offer that they're not interested in. Now, that's completely different on a platform like Google, right? Because with Google, when we do ads, we can target people that are specifically typing in dental implants in my city. We know that they're actively shopping for implants or Invisalign or whatever it may be, right? That's when it's appropriate to show them an offer like that, like a hard close offer, not when they're just browsing Facebook and they have no intention of hiring a dentist. Okay. So the way you may have done Facebook ads and Instagrams in the past could be off a little bit. Now, on the other side of that, when somebody's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, things like that, they're looking for entertainment. They're kind of in relaxed mode. It's okay to advertise on those platforms. It's how you advertise. Don't throw an offer at them. Get your name out there. Share important information that your demographic would be interested in. See, Facebook and Instagram are so powerful because it allows us to target exactly who it is we want to. We can target a 25 to 35-year-old female with 2.5 kids, owns a golden retriever, owns her own home, and they live within this zip code or this circle that we draw. That's how powerful that is. And only those people that we target in that demographic will ever see your ad or your name or whatever it is. So that's why it's very important to know who it is that you want to bring into your practice and what those demographics look like. But it can be very powerful if you send the right message. Most of the times with our Facebook ads, we're just trying to send a message of, hey, we're here. Have you heard of us? Well, if not, you will. And kind of that repetitive game of just showing your name. We show a video of a satisfied patient with a video, right? We show you talking about dental implants or teeth whitening in your podcast. And we just start slowly gaining the trust of these people. And so when it does come time where they need to take their family to a dentist or whatever it may be, guess who they think of? They think of you because you're the local expert in whatever it is you are an expert in, because we've been promoting that for month over month over month. And you don't have to spend thousands of dollars blasting Facebook and Instagram. It's pretty affordable to do this in most markets. Way about, maybe as much as half the price as it would be for Google ads. So when you mix in video testimonials, podcasting, Facebook ads, it's a very powerful strategy that will get the attention of a lot of people, and it will get your name out there. It'll create a buzz. You'll become the industry expert in implants, children's dentistry, Invisalign, whatever it may be. These things are heavily overlooked in our industry, and these are things that you can do starting today to start building credibility and authority in your market. We can even help our clients write books. Even what we typically have them write are short ebooks. Okay. There's multiple ways to do this. If you have the time, you can sit down and write, a 40-page ebook about dental implants or about Invisalign, whatever it may be, right? But we get these ebooks done. There's also technology out there now that can help ghostwrite these books. There's all kinds of debate going on in the digital marketing world right now about a service called ChatGPT. Check it out. It's a free AI, artificial intelligent tool that'll basically, you give it some ideas of what you want to write about, and it'll kick out 500, 1,000 words on that topic. And you basically use it as your own. You can go in and rewrite some things. And there's a lot of debate on whether this stuff should be used. Personally, my agency uses it more as a reference tool. So we need a new way to talk about dental implants. So we'll put that into the AI bot, and it'll kick out some ideas for us. We don't just copy what they put in and say, all right, here's the content. We rewrite it, but it gives us a fresh perspective and some new ideas that we can use. So anyway, that's how you can produce ebooks pretty quickly. Okay. Or you can sit down and absolutely write it yourself too. But these are things, again, along with, the video testimonials, the podcasting, these are things that we can leverage as well, because we can take an ebook on Invisalign and we can put it on your website. And, oh, by the way, just, give us this is $29.99 on Amazon. But if you just give us your name and email and phone number, we'll email it right to you for free. Well, there's a lot of power in that, because then you've captured a lead, right? Because anybody that's willing to give up their information for an Invisalign ebook probably means that they're interested in Invisalign, of purchasing Invisalign, right? So you can leverage it that way. Again, we can do paid ads on your ebook to get it out there. We do typically like to get our ebooks published on places like Amazon, because then you become a published author on Amazon. It's fairly straightforward to do. I've done it. I have a book out there right now. It's back there, back here, the blue book right there. You can find that on Amazon. I'm getting ready to write another one. Again, credibility, authority, right? So if I've written books about marketing for dental practices, there's a pretty good chance I have a pretty good idea of what I'm doing with that, right? So again, credibility, authority. But we'll get these ebooks typically produced onto Amazon. It'll be for sale on Amazon. It's not about making money off the sales of the book on Amazon. It's about getting on there and the credibility and authority that goes with that. So I think I'm going to wrap it up, because I could keep going on this, but I think you get the point by now. I've given you 2, 3, maybe 4 different strategies that we use here at our agency to help our clients become more credible and more authoritative in their markets. And it works awesome. It makes them stick out from the competition. And it just will build marketing assets for you that will continue to pay off for years to come. So I really urge you to do that. And so at least even if you do one of those things that we talked about, you're 100% ahead of where you were yesterday, right? So I really recommend you start doing that. If you have any questions on it, or if you do need some help with it, shameless plug, let me know. Just go to our website at kickstartdental.com. There's a free strategy session button at the very top of the website. Click there, schedule a time. It'll be with me personally. I do all of our initial consultations, and I can give you some ideas on what I would do for your practice specifically. But do something, right? Do something like this, because I really believe that it's going to help your practice. So anyways, thanks so much for listening in today. I hope it was helpful. If you did like the episode, please hit that subscribe button like we talked about before. We release new episodes like this every week. And I'm even kicking around the idea of doing like a dental marketing tip of the day, if I can actually find the time to do one every day. So hopefully we're going to start producing that pretty quickly. But, really, I think that, busy professionals like you, who's either running a practice, own a practice, or whatever, just need some no nonsense advice and straight to the point type advice. And that's what we try to provide here. So if you hit that subscribe button, you'll get alerted about all of our new episodes. Okay. Well, thanks again, and looking forward to our next episode next week.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Dental Marketing Podcast. Make sure to visit our website, www.kickstartdental.com/podcast, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Spotify, or via RSS, so you'll never miss a show. While you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. If you are ready to grow your practice, then you might want to schedule a free strategy session with us. Just go to kickstartdental.com and click the free strategy session button and give us 15 minutes of your time to change your practice forever. Be sure to tune in next week for our next episode. And thanks for listening to the Dental Marketing Podcast by Kickstart Dental Marketing, where dentists go to win online.